what appears to be the general width and breadth of the market square, body of water that is sweeping away the fluid towards the sea. The T
Thinking about
goes
going
to
buying another set, since the guards will probably recognize mine.
It's a corner.
Very carefully. I want to point out, I am an archaeologist, so I wouldn't go into it dumb.
Are you sneaking?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to roll me a separate sneak attack.
A sneak attack?
I mean sneak, sorry, just sneak.
Oh, okay. That would be an 18.
Okay.
Is it like a big
He's using a lot of
crater,
ums and
or
uhs
can I
today.
see like the other side of the tunnel
Lot
on the
more
other
than
side?
It basically, the tunnel just makes an L turn with the L pointing down.
Oh, so like they made this tunnel to go to this pit kind of thing.
Yes. It is a purposeful drop.
Okay. I would then make my way back up towards the north since I am filling in the map.
Ooh, they dropped a big boy.
Okay, so you're going up that same path, but in the northerly. Oh, I'm sorry. You'll see a marking which is to the left, which is to the west. My bad. And it has a ladder going up again to a manhole. However, unlike the other manholes that you have so far encountered, which seem to be made of metal and solid and clearly a part of the design of the overall sewer architecture, this is a wooden trapdoor, and the
No worries.
I don't know what kind
Damage.
of healing spells are there today.
It
Okay.
depending on what happens, it's probably
I
not going to
think we
keep
can
burning
keep
them
on
though.
going.
Dissolving them.
you continuing on.
Depends on how the DM wants to do it.
Snoogly would like to first wipe the poison off of his face. Or whatever it was, off of him.
The acid, yes.
Yeah, that. I want it off.
What did he call it? Placent? Is he trying to say like
Yeah, he-
placenta, or did I totally
I'm sorry,
misunderstand what he said?
a little bit meta here, but Snooglu, what's your HP?
9.
Okay, so your total HP is 9,
Yeah.
so you're now down to 2.
Yeah.
Alright, well, per the thing we discussed, it's a good thing that Loosely brought it up. Loosely make a roll.
Oh, right.
15. Like a straight 15.
Okay. Loosely, as you're sitting just getting into your barrel in the closet, you suddenly feel that your brother is in danger. You don't know where he is, but you feel that he needs you.
Well, the last place that I knew he was at the temple, so I'm gonna grab my barrel and I'm going through this closet door towards the temple.
You're going out the door?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put you on pause then for just a second and go back to Snooglu and Ivor. Sorry guys, it's all trying to get these timelines together.
I think they took a
Okay.
feat for it. I would assume.
What are you guys doing?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say that, okay, so this kind of facet kind of messed us up. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to keep going on the sewers. We might not be tough enough to continue. What do you think? Should we turn
Snoogly
back?
realizes he's almost dead. Like, that hurt a lot. So he's actually gonna just start... Because when when we walked through, did we step and then get blasted and like have to take a step back, or did we pass through the trap and then get hit?
Oh,
do
the
you
trap.
get what I mean?
Yes. Are
Okay,
you
it was an actual
going
trap.
to do an investigation to see the type of trap that you set off?
Now that you mention it, yes.
Please give me an investigation roll.
Does he roll on here?
19.
Okay, you see that one of the cobblestones
It could
that
be-
you stepped
I would
on
assume it's a feat. I
appears
think.
to be without
Because
mortar around
It sounds.
as in it's kind of separate, and you hear
I don't know, it
a
could
noise
be just,
as if there is a
you know, some
trickling
thrown on,
sound
not
coming
actual
from
mechanic.
behind the walls, as if whatever was sprayed at you
We all got to start
is
with 1 feet.
reloading.
All right.
But I'm not sure
that
what the
actually
feat would
answers
be.
the question I was gonna ask earlier. So that doesn't help me out in this situation. But is the cobblestone behind us or in
Shit.
front of us?
Guys with the ums.
I'm gonna assume that you guys took a step back, and then you kind of inched forward to
I
investigate
think they mentioned the name last time. but I
where
don't remember.
roughly where you were standing when you were sprayed with acid.
Well, Sluglu is gonna be very on edge with feeling extremely weak from that acid, and he's gonna be like, I think we should just go back.
Nothing jumped out.
Okay,
Sure.
I
I'll do
agree.
this- Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree.
Well, I will proceed to make my way across towards the temple.
Okay. The crowd in the market is a little bit tense as you brush past people. They might pull away from you in surprise. People are a little bit on edge,
Alright.
but in general, people are
I think she
not
just
paying
pulled
too
up
much
the
attention.
plaza map again. It's hard to do something.
Racism. Well, you know what? It's working out in my favor right now. So, as long as I'm not getting stopped, he's going straight into the temple and pretty much doing that whole frantic looking around for his brother.
Nobody really noticed you were there, and you didn't hurt anyone.
Oh no, not yet. But I'm about to, but it's okay. Because the humans don't care about us.
Also, Luslu, how many hit points did you give me?
I don't know. Is he gonna take any kind of damage from me backhanding him with this?
Lead you to a safe place now.
Can I make an
He-
insight check?
Feel free.
Well,
He seems like he's really trying to get you to a safe place.
okay.
You almost see like a brief haze of gray as the silhouette of the tiefling seems to vanish and then come back, and once again you're in pitch darkness. Yes, they have moved the search further out. They no longer think we're this close. He then... Sorry, I have to read a spell really quick. You would think that I'd have this prepared, but definitely
A lot of stuff to prepare when you're the DM.
I know.
I feel like while this is going on, Acadia is just like, she's still holding her dagger.
Yes,
and
okay.
there's blood all over it, so she just kind of wipes it off on her clothes and sticks it back in the sheath.
You hear the tiefling muttering under his breath, and he kind of pats you on both on the shoulder, and then he says, "Okay, let's go now." He
Can-
then
Sorry.
again seems to pull you towards the gray haze that he had moved through before, and although you're a little discombobulated in the pitch blackness, you know that that's the direction you had come in from.
Oh, so he's leading us back to the inn.
Correct. Do you resist him pulling you through?
This is going back towards the courtyard that we just came out of.
Is there no other way out of here? Or do we have to go back through this illusion of yours?
Don't worry, they won't recognize you.
Did he use disguise on us?
It's pitch black.
But just in the room that we're in, though, right? Oh, that's true. So we wouldn't be able to know, huh? Unless it has like a verbal.
He did mutter spells under his breath.
Oh, did you say that and I just wasn't paying attention?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay.
No problem.
Sorry.
So, do you resist him pulling
No.
you?
No, she's eager to go that back.
I'll put my weapons away before we go out, though.
As he pulls you out into what now seems like a startlingly bright day from the darkness that you were in, you're standing in the alley, and Zelthin, you appear to be standing next to a brick red tiefling with a dark cloak and a small, wizened old woman. Acadia, you appear to be standing next to a brick red tiefling in a black cloak and an old sailor missing teeth.
Acadia just kind of looks over at him, blinking from the bright lights, looking from the tiefling, then back to Zelthan.
Zelthan.
Sorry, Zelthan. And just kind of raises her brows like, you know what, it's been a day, I'm not going to ask any questions. She just kind of busies herself making sure that any blood still on her hands got wiped away.
Alley, and you're now moving north towards the well.
All right.
Dude.
I'm going to make sure to walk like an old man, not an Egyptian.
Do we pass any of the vendors? Particularly
do,
that cousin with the shiny...
You do. You're
Yes.
walking past those 3 tents that you can see behind the bar. Her eyes get kind of wider as if in surprise, and then she shakes her head no violently, and then immediately goes back to pouring drinks. The tiefling stands up, looks at the two of you, kind of tilts his head to the side to motion to follow him, and walks around the bar. You enter the back room, and you see that there is a large oval table with about 8 chairs around it. There are some benches in the back, and the room is bare of all decoration, while the tavern that you just passed through had some taxidermy on the walls, some signs, some different bric-a-brac on some shelves. This room is plain and bare. He sits down at the table and begins muttering under his breath. Acadia, you suddenly see as if the old sailor melts, and Zelthan, you see that the old hunched woman is in fact simply a petite Acadia.
Oh, what the?
I think I would freak out if he started melting.
Melting? Wait, you mean like...
Well, it
She
just
said
like
melt.
fades away. It melts away.
Okay. I feel like as soon as you said that, I was like, I would be climbing the walls. Oh shit, what did he say? Am I next?
No, it's not.
I'm just joking.
It's not opening the crate in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's not
Oh,
the face
awesome.
melting.
So looking back at my
Not that.
hands, it's normal looking again, huh?
Yes, you guys, the illusion fades away and you appear as you are.
First thing she does is check her boobs. Okay, they're still there.
They are indeed still there.
Nice. No more saggy titties.
The tiefling,
Priorities.
the tiefling puts his hands together and rests his elbows on the table as he sits down. I'm sure you have many questions. Allow me first to introduce myself. Please sit, make yourself comfortable, and I will explain.
I'll sit in a chair opposite of him.
It's a round table, a square table,
I figured it
An
was
oval.
rectangular. Oh, oval?
It's an oval.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just sit across
He
from him.
basically just took one of the chairs seemingly at random.
Okay.
Am I still coked out, I imagine, since it's probably not even been that long?
I actually, you would be, but not for much longer.
Okay.
Okay, she'll sit at the table too, but she tries to make sure there's no doors or anything behind her, just a solid wall.
There are 2 doors to the room, one that you entered through and one on the opposite wall. The doors appear to be made with the same rough-hewn wood. It's just a basic wooden door, nothing super fancy. There is not a lock on either door.
Okay, so she'll try and sit at the table, kind of evenly away from them, but wherever she can with.
If this is a one-off, perhaps we will speak with Indira Oatsmith and come to terms. If this becomes regular, the friends will have to take a greater action. But we do not wish to openly do so and upset the at least would now
Be about matched up.
Be about matched up, yeah.
I was like, I wanted to ask in character about the whole timeline for his mission, because I'm like, fuck, this might just keep our party split even longer. A very good chance of that.
Now, I can guarantee that you will not be bothered here in this room. If you wait, I can send a friend to take you through the sewers to the dockers. But, sorry. It is, in fact, the same tavern that Loosely ran through.
I figured.
I can have people walk you through the sewers, but if you wait in this room until night, you should not have problem walking across the bridge to the dockers and approaching the warehouse as you like.
Do you have an extra pair of clothes as nice as mine that look different that I can wear for a while?
No.
What?
I will
He
not
looks a
be
little annoyed
lending
now.
you any clothing. No. Once you have done this favor and we are friends with a successful task between us, perhaps things can be negotiated. But now, no, I wish to see how good you are before we are truly friends.
Well, then just give me a pair of crummy clothes for now.
I'm not giving you any clothes. I don't have clothes on me.
Look over his clothes a bit. I think those would do fine. Gesture towards his clothes he's wearing.
I'm sorry, but my clothes are a badge, a message of rank. I could not give you my own clothing.
Well, a real friend would, but alright.
Acadia
I'll
just
find
kinda
another way.
leans over and grabs Zoltan by the arm. She's like, "Come on, man, quit trying to take the guy's clothes. Let's go already. Why you gotta start fights with everybody?
I'm not trying to
Drag me
start
into
a
lost
fight.
one."
We need to be undercover here. We need to go
As I
incognito.
said, if
Turn
you
your
wait
damn
here-
shirt inside out.
If you wait here until nightfall,
Oh, that's right.
or I can have someone take you through the sewers. It's up to you.
We can do this during the day.
So you wish to be transported through the sewers.
Acadia just kind of scrunches up her nose and she's
I
like,
don't think
Yeah,
is
I think
necessary.
I'd rather wait at night. I don't want to walk through no sewers.
We just
You
need to
wanna
change
go-
our outfits. Or how about you change up our looks again? Then we can head out.
I'm sorry, I cannot do this so many times without resting. The magic, it is beyond me. I will have Lucy, the barmaid. I will have her bring you some food and some beer so that you are not starving while you wait for nightfall.
I
At
appreciate that.
nightfall, the guard changes, so no one will know your face.
All right. I guess we'll wait till nightfall.
Moltbane stands and exits the room.
Give him a little nod and a smirk.
After a few minutes, the young barmaid, who is definitely very wary of the situation, comes in, puts a few bowls of stew soup in front of you with some rolls and a large pitcher of beer with 2 mugs for you.
Get to chowing down, I guess.
Acadia looks at her and gives her just a polite nod of appreciation
Zelda
before
doesn't
she
vote.
tucks into her food and just kind of giving him a bit of a glare.
The barmaid smiles nicely at you and leaves very quietly and quickly. Ivor, Looselu, and Snooglu, what are you guys up to now that you guys are together?
First, I'd like to say, I am still playing at my college. If I didn't have push to talk on, you guys would have heard loud screaming as people were trying to break a wooden broom handle over the bike lock crack, and they were screaming at 9:30 at night.
All right.
There are things I do not miss about college.
Wow.
This was after they were trying to play baseball inside and almost broke the glass window covering the fireplace.
Oh my god.
Thought this was supposed to be like a crazy religious
I know,
college.
right?
They were all
It
saying,
it
"Oh
doesn't even-
God," but
sounds
not
as-
for the right reason.
Sounds more ridiculous than mine. Than mine was. All right. Well, back to you three now.
Loosely, you're escorting the 2 injured to the temple to get them healed.
Yes, and I will pick them up if I need to.
All right.
Carry him fireman style.
Yes.
The 3 of you approach the temple. The acolyte who had served you guys or offered to serve you guys previously has like a shocked look on his face and says, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh," and immediately
Fuck that
runs
voice.
inside the temple.
Oh my god.
And afterwards is followed out by Madame Nome, a large dragonborn man who you do not know the name of, Archon Luth, and the tall, beautiful woman.
There's a tall, beautiful woman? What?
There has been a tall, beautiful woman with Archon Luth and Governor Higgs the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, so I feel like I
I
missed it the
remember
first
that.
time because I'm gay. I'm sorry.
They all come out, and as Madame Nome goes up and begins healing Ivor, oh shit, which one is it?
Ivor.
Ivor begins healing Ivor because he appears to be the most injured. She's passing hands and mumbling under her breath, and it almost seems that her scales become more reflective, as if the light is reflecting off of her towards you, is how she seems to be healing. The other large dragonborn man comes up and bends down as if he's a little bit like speaking to a child. "You, little one, What happened here? Did those humans that attacked the guard attack you too?
I'm assuming he's referring to me.
He is referring to Loose Lou. Loose Lou's the least injured.
I'm not in.
But did
Well,
you
I
unplug
know.
your headset, man? A lot of noise.
I would just kind of look at him and just, no, I found them over by the sewer like this.
Sewers. They must have gone into the sewers. Luke, go find the captain and tell him they're in the sewers.
At this point, Snootlu would speak up. No. We stepped on a trap of sort and sprayed acid on us.
You went in the sewers? And at this, he's like absolutely shocked. You're so tiny.
God, this
Why would you go in
noise.
there? It's dangerous in there.
I just said that they were in the sewers. But you're almost as bad as the humans. God!
Okay, yeah, we were in the sewers. We were actually trying to get a little bit of protection because we were feeling a little bit of a hostile environment for us. So yeah, we didn't know where to go, so we went there.
I can understand that. Once a battle like that happens, it can make all the little ones scared. He then straightens up and walks over to the tall, beautiful woman. At this point, Madame Nome has finished healing Ivor. Ivor? Oh, fuck. Ivor.
It's okay.
You are back to full health. She then moves over to Snooglu, and once again, it's as if she glows with a radiance, and she is passing hands and mumbling prayers under her breath around Snooglu.
Would I recognize it?
Time. So I am new here in the city. I never been here before, so I never heard of
Your time around the temple, you would know that they do in fact supply temples with luxury goods.
Including my own temple, or was my temple not one of the ones that gained their services?
Your temple doesn't have a lot of luxury goods in general, but things like incense would absolutely be arriving in Oddsmith crates.
I was double checking the campaign
Speaking
info
of
she
incense,
gave
I
to see
have
if
some of that.
Oddsmith was mentioned in
do?
it, but it wasn't.
Oh, yes, we are the #1 incense traders in Evern. Is that I have a shipment that needs to go to the temple in Graben Falls, just up the East Road. But don't you know, we've just been beset left and right, and the shipment came at an odd time in between when we normally do our guarded caravans. Do you think that the three of you could perhaps guard this caravan to Graben Falls for me?
I don't even know what the shit is we're supposed to be looking for.
Oh, of course, darling, as if an artsmith would ever allow a caravan to go starving.
Now, I have to warn you, working for the temple, I have a base pay rate of 100 gold, and 50 gold needs to go to the temple.
Oh, of course, darling. I would never take money
I wish
away from
the
the
DM
temple
would actually say something. Like,
without providing services. My goodness.
get him to
The
stop being an
male
idiot.
dragonborn says, no. I'm sure that's not what he meant. Well,
I hate bad mic habits.
because it is such a
Bad mic
dangerous and
etiquette.
long journey, I would think that 100 gold would be a perfectly fine amount of money, and if you like, I could give you the 100, so whatever your home temple is, you could give the payment there.
That works lovely for me, yes.
Alright then. Well, it is getting a bit dark. I don't usually like to do business after dark. But first thing in the morning, if you'd like... Oh, my son is at the warehouse. If you go to the warehouse now, my son, Corbin, is guarding the shipment. He can give you all the details and get you all kitted out, so first thing in the morning you can set off. Does that sound alright?
I figured she was trying to press us to wait until the evening, like, really hard.
That way, so at least I have something to show.
Because I didn't want to wait till the evening.
Of course, darling, here. And
So,
she
shouldn't have gone along with
from her
it.
bosom, like in between, she pulls out. It appears to be a coin, but you can see very clearly it. Well, okay, there is a washroom. It is fairly grimy and well used, and there is a drunk guy leaning against the wall, and he has piss on his pants, and he's trying to undo his belt buckle, but like he's out of it.
I'll just use the sink.
You're not gonna roll to help?
Hell no. He doesn't need an advantage on. Well, he probably does, but I'm not giving it. Hell no. Yeah, I'm just gonna wash up in the sink a little bit.
Great. So if everybody is okay with
Blow out a
this,
couple snot bubbles into the sink.
ew. I am going to roll to see if you guys actually meet on the road.
Alright.
Is
Yeah, I
that
knew
cool
you were
with
trying to dick us over. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah, that's
I should have
fair.
gone with my original plan of just going out during the day. And she dicked us over.
You could have gone through the sewers.
Well, we were
No.
just gonna go out. I wanted to just grab something and go undercover and go out during the day. But yeah, alright. Too late for that now.
The way I rolled, you do not meet on the road.
Alright.
So your groups are still separate, but you are headed in the same direction. And just so you guys know for the future, I have been sort of railroading you into this. In the future, I will not be doing this, and I will let you do whatever you want and gain information or not gain information by talking to the right people. But because this is the first thing and we're trying to get you guys back together into a party, I am going to be a little bit pushy to get you guys together.
I honestly didn't
Yeah.
feel it was railroading, at least with the
Yeah.
non-human group.
Oh yeah. She just meant in regard to my minor gripe there. That's why I went along with it, because I'm like, God, it really seems like she just absolutely wants us to go during the night. But
You could
and
have
then
gone through the
Acadia
years.
also wasn't one, so I'm like, fine, whatever. Let's just give into
I
it.
was already gagging at the references to liquid.
Oh, the fluid.
The fluid,
Fluid.
the quote unquote fluid.
I was over
And we-
here
The shit creek.
like a cat with a hairball.
Dry heaving.
I'll start saying moist instead.
Oh!
So you said the caravan's packing down when we head out the back of the tavern, or not the caravan? Well, I guess the caravans from all
Yes.
the vendors.
The vendors are all packing down.
Okay, so they're
and
not all-
putting things away.
Okay, I want to swing by one of the vendors that would sell just kind of common clothes, like a common robe, nothing fancy.
There is a vendor who is selling clothing. However, they are beautiful scarves
Oh, nothing
and
inexpensive.
robes, and they are kind of expensive.
So nobody has
Susan?
anything low quality.
No,
clothing.
this is kind of a fancy festival.
Is there any
Could-
chance we walk past the vendor with the charmed objects?
Magical objects.
You can walk over there.
Oh, I am shuffling pretty quickly.
Okay.
I'm gonna be looking around for a shop that sells just regular clothing. While she does that.
Regular shops are all closed.
Ugh.
It's only the people who are in the square at this stage. the woman who is the cousin of the other woman that you spoke with.
She ain't gonna let me get my way.
In the process of putting the last few things into crates and loading those crates, and she has a wheelbarrow near her, which her cousin is actually standing next to, that already has her things kind of already loaded onto the wheelbarrow, and she's in the process of packing her last few things. She is a average height but almost skeletal thin old lady, and she has 2 long braids of white thin hair, and she is dressed in clean, nice, but not overly fancy clothing.
Do any of the items look like they're in a position where I could just casually walk past and snatch it?
Would you like to
Keep
make
walking.
an investigation roll?
Yes.
Are you investigating whether anything looks stealable?
Yes.
Isn't that perception?
Yeah, and she tries to time it in such a way so that like her body is between that any of the sorry, I'm really tired. I had 4 hours of sleep last night. She tries to time it so that like one of the villagers or whatever passes between her and Zelthan and the others and just kind of like casually reaches past that person and snatching the box.
Okay, I'm gonna have you do 2 rolls.
Okay.
One is a just general stealth roll,
Okay.
which is, do you manage to blend in with the crowd?
Okay.
Let me know if you want me to make a roll, if you just want to use my passive.
Are you like walking along with her?
Well, yeah, I was standing kind of like behind her, not super close, but That's
Okay,
why I
make
was-
a stealth roll too. But I
wait,
want
make a
you...
stealth roll. No, I'm not trying to hide or anything.
Oh, okay. Well then, you're fine.
Okay.
Acadia, I want you to also do a sleight of hand roll.
That's why I was asking about the for the sleight of hand. Oh, I don't even need to roll to beat that.
As you walk up, you blend in with the crowd. But
There's a crowd.
as you reach down to pick up one of the small pouches, it makes a very large ringing noise, as if there were a bunch of little tiny bells inside. And as they tumble and clang against each other, not only do the bells ring, but they also ring against each other, which catches the attention of the 2 people at the booth.
I'll walk up to Acadia. Did you find something you wanted to buy?
Hey, I'm sorry, but we're all closed up for the night. We're just packing up, but if you ever want to purchase anything, just go to the Delgreaves. We're over in Bristow proper, and we have a lovely little shop. Sorry that we're closed, though.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Am I still holding the jangling box, I guess, or did I let go or drop it?
You can still be holding it? Yes, no problem. Oh, I almost forgot that crate. Thanks for bringing it to my attention, darling. And she goes and holds out for the box and takes it from you, assuming you give it up.
Yeah, she just kind of tosses at her and keeps walking.
And then
All
she
the
puts it
presents.
back in the crate and goes back to packing up her booth.
I'll just kind of say in a very low voice to Acadia, it was a nice attempt.
She just kind of glares at me and doesn't say anything.
All right. So where do we head now? I was trying to get some clothes to disguise myself a little bit, but apparently things closed. And these vendors are
I have a question.
Don't have anything that's quite undercover. I would just stand out as much as I do now.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yep.
Can I message it to you? Because I wanted to.
Yes.
Okay.
You can feel free.
Damn, all the vendors are closing. Can I do like a investigation to see if there's any that aren't quite all packed up yet that have anything interesting that I didn't see? Because I only saw a couple booths anyway.
Do you want to just do a general perception to see if there's any booths that aren't fully clothed?
Before doing the investigation? Sure.
Well, if you picked a booth and said the booth that's right over there,
Yeah, and then do investigation.
then it would be
That's
investigation.
what I mean. Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
asking. Okay. So I'll make the perception check first then. 20 in total.
Okay. You can see that there are a few food vendors that are definitely being very slow to clean up, and one that is selling fruits, both exotic fruits and local fruits. Clearly, Slew and Snooglu, you are going to approach the warehouse first. I'm just wondering, this is kind of early, it's 10:16, so we have been playing for just under 3 hours.
You're just
I
worried we're
think
getting
that-
into a more involved section.
Yeah, I feel like once you guys get to the warehouse, even just to introduce yourself to the people in there, could easily push us into 11, and then for Acadia and Zeltham to show up could be late. So even though it's a little early again, I feel like since the party is split,